what a good day we've had today. Even though in a gathering like this, we are offering a lot of words, and so are you, something else significantly more important is happening, and that is the vibrational communication that is taking place. And on this particular day, because of your willingness to focus with us, because of the beautiful things that you individually brought to this gathering, not only those who sat in the hot seat and verbalized, but those of you who sat in your seats, who thought and responded, we've had a vibrational, revolutionary experience today. Without exception, your vibration is in a different place than where you started. You've chosen a different vibrational disc. And in most cases, that disc that you're upon is that high-flying, good-feeling disc. This is the momentum that you want to keep going. So I want to just briefly express to you what kinds of things happen to you when you are, for a period of time, in vibrational alignment with who you really are on that high-flying disc. Ideas of clarity begin flowing to you that feel almost as if they are coming from somewhere else. It feels like someone who cares about you is blending with you and giving you impulses that are different from the impulses that you might have been choosing, but they're impulses that are not controversial to you. They're not confusing to you. There's no should I or shouldn't I. You begin to feel a certainty about things that is what it feels like when you are consistently in alignment. It's not like those that you've known all of your life who just like a dog on a bone get hold of something and don't let go of it. It's a feeling of certainty that comes over you that you just know that if you follow through with this idea as it is flowing, that everything about it will go well. It's alignment is really what we're talking about. It's aligning with the highest part of that which you are and with the highest part of that which you have asked for. As we've been visiting over these hours that we've been together, everything that we have contributed, and for the most part, everything that you've contributed, has added to this higher frequency vibration. We don't want you to ever worry about dipping from it, because the truth of it is, friends, you cannot go back. You can't touch an understanding, even if you can't maintain it. You cannot touch an understanding like you have done here today and ever not benefit by that understanding again. In other words, you've moved to a new place, and everything about your life experience is going to reflect that change, even if you don't maintain it even all of this day. Esther and Jerry always teased that they should maybe put on the disclaimer that you signed, the one that lets you know that it's going to be recorded and that maybe it will be used for other things, that maybe they also should put in there, you're going to reach vibrational frequencies that you cannot go back from. That you're going to learn things that you're not ever going to be able to forget, because the larger part of you already knows them. And because of this gathering that you have willingly and magnificently participated in today, you have moved to a new vibrational frequency. You have found resonance with that larger part of who you are. Does that mean everything in your world is going to change suddenly? No, and that's a really good thing. But it does mean that things are going to peter out that you don't want, and things are going to begin to accelerate that you do want. It does mean that those around you are going to look brighter, and they're going to feel funner, and you're going to have more satisfaction in literally every relationship that you have. Don't worry about relationships falling by the wayside. Nothing suddenly like that's going to happen. But you're going to feel your preferences queuing up to greater specifics. You're going to feel yourself being more deliberate about the things that you're wanting to think about. And it is our promise to you that never again are you going to find yourself stepping onto a disc that doesn't feel good, that you're not consciously going to realize, hey, I've got 16 seconds, 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13 seconds. In fact, doing that countdown is probably the best thing that you can do to stop momentum. Just count your way down right off that disc and don't let that momentum get going. We've enjoyed this interaction more than words can say. There is love and appreciation here for you that often you can feel and sometimes you can't. But whether you are feeling it or not, it is still projected to you. It is still about you. We are appreciating not just your willingness to participate in this forum, but your willingness to participate in this time-space reality, your willingness to sift through the contrast, and your willingness to cause an expansion of the universe, your willingness to provide those rockets of desire that get those vortexes moving with such rhythm and such speed that all that is positively affected by it. We're appreciating your taking thought beyond that which it has been before. But most of all, we're appreciating your newfound willingness to find resonance as often as you can with this high-flying, good-feeling vibration, and to practice the vibrational frequency of that. Because that is the way that you not only make your personal experience a better experience, but it is the way that you make this world a better place. And it is also the way that you continue to assure the expansion of this universe. The universe will not cease to expand, but you can be on a disc where you don't enjoy it. You will not cease to expand, but you could be on a disc where you don't enjoy it. We are on the disc and benefiting from the expansion that you have provided. And we welcome you here with us because we think you should be the ones who are most enjoying the expansion that you have provided. Most of you have not realized that or you must not realize it, because you give a lot of attention to things. You practice the vibration of things. You foster beliefs about things that we know and you know you don't want. But because they are facts or because they are reality, you feel obligated or committed to be objective. It's true. Therefore, I will give my attention to it. I will beat the drum of this truth. And we say that's really a good idea if it's a truth that you want law of attraction to flesh out in your experience in more vivid detail. But if it's a truth that you would rather not live, then why not decide for it not to be active in your vibration? So how might you go about deactivating unwanted beliefs? Stop giving them airtime. They'll peter out in time. In other words, nothing will continue to be active in your vibration when you have lack of attention to it. That's what Jesus meant when he said, turn the other cheek. Give your attention to wanted, practice the vibration of wanted, law of attraction will respond to that. And that is primarily what you will be living, you see. Now, all of this is familiar to you, isn't it? If you've been listening to us for a while, have you? Do you know that you are the creator of your own reality? Do you know that you are a vibrational being? And that it is through your vibrational beingness that you are the creator, attractor of your own reality? Do you believe that you have control over your vibration? Conceptually. You know that it is possible. Do you believe that you are predominantly practicing control of your own vibration? We think you are predominantly, but we know you are here for fine-tuning, and we are too. So we're continually finding new ways of explaining to you how it is that you could more easily, with more flow, more chronically, more steadily, more often, and therefore more joyfully, be the creator of your own experience. Since you've been listening to us for a while, and we can feel the clarity of who you are, we're going to make this opening short. This short, in fact. We're going to open this conversation to the things that you really want to talk about. We're going to remind you of this one really important thing. And that is, everything that you speak about while you are speaking about it is practicing a vibration of it. And sometimes in the expressing of a problem or a question or an issue, you're actually practicing the vibration of the absence of what you want. Because the problem is a different vibration than the solution. The question is a different vibration than the answer. So sometimes, in fact, often, in fact, every single time, you're going to find us interrupting you, climbing all over your words, trying to distract you from where you think you want to go. Not because we don't want you to go there in posing the question, because there's a lot of bounce that we all get out of that, but because we don't want you to make a career out of the problem vibration. In other words, you can speak it short. You don't have to speak it and justify it. We all get it. In other words, the more you explain how you think you got to this problem place, the harder it is for us to bring you into the solution. And that's true not just when you're in this forum. It's true all the time. The less airtime you give to the problem, the faster the solution will come to you. Your children have trained you because you ask them to do something and they don't do it. You ask them again and they don't do it. And so you've developed patterns of believing that you have to stay after it like a dog on a bone. I will continue to wring this problem's neck until Abraham squirts out the answer. And we say, it isn't like that at all. It isn't like that at all, because we've been squirting out the answer for quite a long time. The universe is squirting out the answer. You are surrounded by squirted out answers and solutions. They are everywhere around you. But when you beat the drum of the problem, you are vibrationally blind to the solution. It's just the way it is, you see. So we're eager to visit with you about anything that is important to you. Do not worry about us. We will wedge our message in the crack. We have all kinds of new things that we want to talk with you about today. Things that you know that you've forgotten, and some things that you have never known that you will now know. This is going to be a day of movement in your vibrational beingness. Yeah. So, what do you want to talk about? You've come with some things. Good for you. Really, really good. Take it easy and trust that whatever it is, we'll talk about fully. On the aisle right here. Well, let's talk for a little bit about the momentum, because when you give your attention to something and you maintain your attention to it for as little as 17 seconds, momentum begins, because another thought like it will join it, and now there's more momentum. Do it again, more. Do it again, more. By the time you cross that 68-second mark, which is 17 4 times, you have enough momentum going that it's most likely going to play out with some sort of obvious result or response. That's not much time, is it? 68 seconds gets momentum going. So we're going to insert one more momentum story, and then we'll talk about the details of what you want to talk about. Imagine yourself at the top of the hill. You're in San Francisco. You have your car there. It's in neutral. The parking brake isn't on. It's perched right on the top of the hill. And you're interested in understanding momentum, so you just give it a little nudge. And then, as it begins to roll forward, you realize the potential of what could happen as you look down at the bay at the bottom of the hill. And so, this is the beginning of the momentum. So you just step right out in front of your car and let it bump up against you. And all is well. You've stopped the unwanted momentum of your car rolling into the bay. It was easy. It's easy to understand that, isn't it? If any of you have pushed a car, you know exactly what we're talking about. But if that car were rolling down the hill before you realized that you wanted to stop the momentum, so you're at the bottom of the hill, not such a good idea. That car's going to take you right into the bay with it. So when you understand that momentum is your friend, just as law of attraction is, but you learn to use it to your advantage by being aware of how you feel in the early stages of things getting going. So the key to deliberate creation is understanding that momentum is a fact of your experience, and that you have control over the momentum in the early stages of it, but not afterward. And then you begin to apply your thought in the early stages. It's what we are recently calling getting out ahead of the manifestation. If you wait until so much momentum has taken place that there is manifestation around it, it's more difficult. But if you catch your unwanted thoughts by recognizing the discord because of the emotion that you're feeling, you can change that thought easily.